We're power ranking our favorite holiday movies. Should I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, it's a movie that is not average, in my opinion. Christmas Vacation. Absolute number one for me. I love it. Everything from, the uneventful lighting of the house to, Clark's future pool that he's always dreaming about. He gets stuck in the attic. Eddie, what he says to the neighbors. It's just so good. There's so many moments I could go on and on. I love it. It's like I have to watch it every year. There's some I could care less about, but this is one that I actually look forward to, and it doesn't get old. I've seen it a million times. Number 2, Home Alone. Kevin, it's just such a good one. I love it. These aren't traditional ones, obviously. Well, they are for me, but I didn't go old school here. I love Home Alone. Number 3, Elf. Another funny one. I love Elf. And then I did Home Alone 2. And then I did the old school.
You did not. Back to New York?
Yeah. And then I did The Grinch. The original
Which Grinch?
one. Not the newer one.
The old one. The old one.
Yeah,
the one with
old
Jim
one.
Carrey freaks me out.
I'll go next. Here are my top 5 Christmas movies. And I went chalk at the top. It's number 1 for a reason. I watch it every year. It's a Wonderful Life is number 1. It's my number 1 Christmas movie.
Oh my goodness.
I've never moved it off. It will always be my number 1.
So on brand.
This
I love
is
that
the
movie.
most Joe G selection of all
I
time.
love that movie. It's almost 100 years old and it still works. It still stands test time. Number 2, now this would you say the opposite end of the spectrum to It's a Wonderful Life. Number 2 is Home Alone. If not for It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone is the number 1 Christmas movie. So I watched it with my kids for the first time, and I got to see it through their eyes and their laughter. It made me like it even more. It's
yes.
I remember when I was 5 watching it and like my stomach hurt laughing when Marv and Harry are getting the crap beat out of them, and the same thing's happening now. Number 2, Home Alone. Number 3, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I mean, come on. In terms of like a little bit above kid humor, it's the funniest Christmas movie you could have. And I watched it again a couple of nights ago. And the Elaine Bennis, whatever her name is, and her boyfriend character, they kill me every time. Just how they hate Clark and his whole family.
You put some respect on Julia Louis-Dreyfus's name right now.
All right, she's Elaine.
Elaine.
She always will be.
She's Elaine forever. Elaine.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I don't respect her, but
Or Margot.
Yeah, Margot.
I don't know Margot.
Number 4 is Elf. I think it's the only great Christmas movie that's been made in the last 2 decades. Nothing comes close. Like they don't make them good anymore, except Elf, which still is really good. And number 5, I went Muppets Christmas Carol. That's a good movie.
What the heck? I've never even seen it.
I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life. I've never seen Miracle on 35th Street. Whatever. 34th, whatever. 39th,
Wow.
40th. I've never seen those 2 movies made in the 40s.
I mean, they're literally on every year.
I know,
Watch
and I have no
every
interest. And like, but if Home Alone's over there, I'm going to watch it. If National Lampoon's over there, I'm going to watch that. And the other ones on my list, I'm going to watch those over it. I've just never seen them.
You gotta watch It's a
Not
Wonderful
weird.
Life. Miracle on 34th Street's a little overrated. That and Christmas Story, I don't need to do it out.
Oh, yeah. Get out. I'll just give
Isn't
my list
It's
real
a
quick.
Wonderful Life kind of depressing, though? I think I sat and
but
watched
like
the
you
whole
s-
thing once and felt depressed and never wanted it again.
But you gotta come out the other side. He finds out the meaning of life and true happiness. Yeah, there's some depressing things. All right,
Okay.
Joe, go give yours while we have time here. Give your list.
All right. I was really torn on the top 2. I have the same top 2 as Aaron. Number 1, I decided to go with Home Alone. Yeah, you know, what's interesting about all these movies that we're talking about, I think the key is, and we're all pointing it out in different ways, is the supporting characters end up stealing the show in a lot of them. Like for Home Alone and National Lampoon's, I can't find a bad character in those movies. Like I like all of them. Like Pesci and Daniel Stern, like and I know it's all about Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, but I feel like they kind of steal the show. They were actually just as, if not more, entertaining. And let me tell you, when I watch, I'm going to tie in Back to New York too. I want to kick Buzz's ass. I hate him in Back to New York. He's such a jerk. Buzz, your girlfriend Woof is right. Tell him. I hate Buzz. Like an all-time bad guy. Buzz is terrible. 2 National Lampoons. Shout out Beverly D'Angelo. What a goddess. Number 3, I went nostalgia. I did go with Frosty. Get out of here, Christmas Story. Number 4, not mentioned on the show. Bad Santa. Very underrated. Nobody talks about Bad Santa. Come on, give me that small man. He was hilarious in that movie. Number 5, Ernest Saves Christmas.
Okay, no, you ripped me for Muppet Christmas Carol and you went Ernest? You put Ernest in a top 5? There are hundreds of Christmas movies and we have Ernest.